In a beautiful meadow, near a big forest, there lived many animals who loved spending time together. They played games, shared stories, and showed off their special talents. Among them was Tinu the turkey, a kind but shy bird with plain brown feathers. Tinu loved watching the peacocks that lived in a nearby garden. They had shiny, colorful feathers that sparkled in the sunlight, and their dances were so beautiful that everyone stopped to watch. Percy, the peacock, was the best dancer of them all. When he spread his big, colorful tail and swirled around, all the animals clapped and cheered. One day, Tinu watched Percy dancing and thought, I want everyone to cheer for me too. Maybe I can dance like Percy. That night, Tinu practiced in secret. He flapped his wings and tried to spin, but his short feathers did not shine or fan out like Percy's. His movements felt clumsy and silly, but he thought, I'll keep trying. Maybe it will get better. The next morning, Tinu gathered all the animals. Today I'm going to perform a special dance, he announced. The animals were surprised. They had never seen Tinu dance before, so they all sat in a circle to watch. Tinu started his dance. He twirled and flapped, but his feathers didn't shimmer like Percy's. His movements were wobbly and awkward. The squirrels started to giggle, the rabbits whispered to each other, and even the owls chuckled quietly. Tinu heard the laughter, but he kept going, hoping it would get better. Percy, who had been watching from the side, walked up to Tinu and gently stopped him. Tinu, what are you doing? Percy asked kindly. I wanted everyone to like me, Tinu said sadly. I thought if I danced like you, they'd cheer for me too. Percy smiled and said, Tinu, you don't need to dance like me. You're special in your own way. Remember the poem you shared last week? Everyone loved it because it was something only you could do. Tinu thought for a moment. He did love writing poems and telling stories, but he had forgotten about it because he was so focused on dancing like Percy. Percy encouraged him, Why don't you share a poem now? Show us what makes you special. Tinu took a deep breath and began reciting a poem about the forest, the animals, and the bright sunny meadow. His words painted beautiful pictures in everyone's minds, and soon the animals were clapping and cheering, louder than they ever had for Percy's dance. Tinu smiled. He realized he did not need to be like Percy to be loved. He just needed to be himself. From that day on, Tinu stopped trying to imitate others and focused on what he did best, telling amazing stories and poems. The animals learned something important too. Everyone has their own special talent, and the best thing we can do is to celebrate what makes each of us unique. Because the true admiration does not come from imitation, but from authenticity. Embracing your own individuality will make you stronger.